So we'll see the RTP discussion. Please look into the screen. If you have the RTP, you can take that. Otherwise, look into the screen. So usually what will happen is that you will get a integrated MCQ question, case scenario MCQ question. This is like a case scenario MCQ question. They will give one big paragraph. After this paragraph, there will be some questions based on this paragraph. So 5 questions, each question carries 2 marks. So 10 marks, like that they will be giving. So now what is the approach for these questions? So you need to first see the MCQ. Don't read the paragraph. If you read the paragraph, you will not know why you are reading and what is the purpose of that also. It will be like reading a novel only. So see the MCQ first. Only when you see the MCQ, you will know actually what is the question. Then when you read the paragraph, you can correlate it. Okay. First question. So don't see the paragraph, jump from the paragraph to the MCQ. For the transaction related to renting of commercial space, what should be the rate of tax charged by ABC Limited? So some renting of commercial space, what is the rate of tax that they are asking? Means there is something related to composite, mixed, something of that sort. So that one question is there, renting of commercial space. Then second question, what is the value of supply under section 15 made by ABC? So we have one question on value of supply also. So while reading, we need to keep that in mind. Then with respect to hotel accommodation service provided by Mr. X, GST payable by ABC Limited. So related to hotel accommodation, there is one question. Which of the following options is correct with regard to availability of ITC to ABC Limited in respect of GST paid on procurement of goods meant for the purpose of corporate social responsibility? ITC not available. We know that. We don't have to read itself because CSR is now a blocked ITC. We cannot take, but we will read the question. Then, which of the following options are correct with regard to advice given by GST officer in respect of auditing of accounts? Now, these are the 5 questions. Now we will read the paragraph. So we understood what are all tested. Mainly they are testing what? Value of supply they are testing, and they are testing on the transaction. One commercial space and one accommodation service and CSR and some audit related expenditure. What should be the advice of the officer like that? Now, unrelated information or unwanted information, we don't have to break our head. That if you eliminate itself, you will be able to arrive at the answer. First paragraph, there won't be anything relevant. It is about a story, what they are doing, etc. ABC Limited has its manufacturing unit in the state of Rajasthan. Further, it has ancillary units in the state of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat and is registered in each of these states. Okay, let them have business in multiple states. Moreover, ABC Limited owns and operates a hotel in Udaipur, Rajasthan. They also have one hotel. Okay, this is about the knowledge of their business. In addition to the aforesaid, ABC Limited owns a commercial space which is rented out to a registered person at a monthly rent of 50,000. Related to commercial space, one question is there. Okay, so now ABC Limited owns a commercial space which is rented out to a registered person at a monthly rent of 50,000. The maintenance of the premises is the responsibility of ABC Limited. In pursuance of the same, during the month of April, ABC Limited incurred certain expenses on the purchase of maintenance related materials. The said expenses are recoverable from the tenant along with the invoice issued for rent. The rate of tax applicable on the material used for maintenance was 5%. Now, first, renting of commercial property. Renting of commercial property, it's not a residential property, it's a commercial property. Okay, is there any exemption? No, we don't have any exemption. It will be taxable, correct or not? And who will pay GST in this case? Because we have one MCQ related to that. With respect to hotel accommodation service provided to Mr. X, GST payable by ABC Limited. Okay, so whether this person is an unregistered person, registered person, okay, registered person, and we don't have any exemption in this case, then what it will be? Taxable, correct? Renting of commercial property will always be taxable. Taxable under what? FCM or RCM? Taxable will be FCM. And what is the location of supplier? What is the location of supplier? It is taxable under FCM. 1 second. So related to this paragraph, we are trying to understand, it will be taxable under FCM. It will be taxable under FCM. And what is the location of supplier? Where is ABC Limited operating a hotel, commercial space rented out to a registered person? So they have not given anything, na? Monthly rent of 50,000. So then they operate a hotel in Udaipur, Rajasthan, that only will be taken. Fine. So we will get that information, otherwise we will take the Rajasthan, and place of supply will be location of the property. So they have not given where the property is also located. Is it given? Maybe in the next paragraph it is given. Fine. So next one, you see, we need this information, otherwise we will not be able to know whether it is CGST, SGST. Maybe in the subsequent paragraphs it will be given. During the year, ABC Limited agreed to provide the hotel to Mr. X. Where is the hotel located? In Rajasthan. To Mr. X for a business conference to be held at Udaipur. Mr. X is an unregistered person residing in Maharashtra. Okay. So they gave a hotel. Again, hotel is what type of property? Commercial property. Commercial property given on rent to a unregistered person. Do we have any exemption? No. It will be taxable. And what is the location of supplier? ABC is having a hotel in Udaipur, Rajasthan, na? So Rajasthan. And what is the place of supply? Location of immobile property. In case of immobile property, what will be taken as a place of supply? Location of immobile property. So therefore the nature of supply will be intrastate. So chargeable to CGST and SGST. Okay. So these aspects you need to keep in mind, because we have a question related to that. So this renting of hotel or hotel accommodation is taxable under FCM. Location of supplier will be Rajasthan, and place of supply also will be Rajasthan. It will be intrastate. Why it is location of supplier Rajasthan? Because they have a hotel in Rajasthan, means that will be the location of supplier, because in every state they will get a separate registration, na? And intrastate. So what will be the GST? CGST plus SGST. Why place of supply will be Rajasthan? Any service in relation to immobile property, location of that immobile property will be taken as a place of supply. Then ABC Limited made a supply of machinery in the month of June, details of which are as follows. Basic price of the machinery before TCS under Income Tax Act is 45. So this will be the transaction value. Tax collected at source under income tax, already we discussed. TCS under income tax should not be included, because TCS is an interim levy. This is not a tax on income. So a car dealer getting a TCS from the customer should not be included. It should not be included in the value. It received a subsidy of 3,500 from Green Foundation Private Limited. Is it from CGST or others? Others, for usage of green energy, and the subsidy was linked to the units of energy saved and not aforesaid machinery. Means this is not a directly linked to price. So this is not directly linked to the price. So what is the treatment? We need to ignore it for the purpose of valuation. In addition to the aforesaid transaction, ABC Limited spent an amount of 5 lakh on procurement of certain goods which were distributed as a part of CSR. Can they take ITC on that? No. Then during the scrutiny proceedings in the state of Gujarat, jurisdictional GST officer asked ABC to submit a copy of audited financial statements for Gujarat, and was of the view that ABC Limited is required to get his accounts audited by a chartered accountant separately under GST law for filing annual return and reconciliation statement. Now we don't have audit. I told you, self-certified reconciliation statement. GSTR 9C is a self-certified reconciliation statement. That too it is applicable when their aggregate turnover exceeds 5 crores. 5 crores. So all amounts are exclusive of GST. The rate of GST on all inward outward is 18% unless specified. Assume that there is no other outward or inward transaction apart from the aforesaid transaction. This is the question. Now we will read the MCQ again. For the transaction relating to renting of commercial space, they gave some renting of commercial space na. What is the monthly rent? 50,000. and there is some maintenance of the commercial space. Who paid the maintenance charges? ABC. Whether they recovered that maintenance charges? ABC Limited incurred certain, the maintenance of premise is the responsibility of ABC Limited in pursuance of the same. During the month of April, ABC Limited incurred certain expense on the purchase of maintenance related materials. The said expenses are recoverable from the tenant along with the invoice issued to the tenant. So what they are asking here is that what is the rate of tax charged by ABC Limited for the transaction relating to renting of commercial space? Sir, for this maintenance materials only it will be 5%, correct? But all transactions will be taxable at what rate? 18%. So therefore the rate of GST on rent and maintenance material related recovery shall be 18%. Why, sir, maintenance material also 18%? Because maintenance material will be included in the value of the rent. You are getting 15(2)(c), any expenditure incurred by the supplier and charged to the recipient should be included in the value. So therefore the rate of GST will be taken as 18%. Okay. Now let us see what is the answer that they have given. Yes, the rate of GST on rent and maintenance material related recovery shall be 18%. You understood now the reason? The next one, compute the value of supply under section 15 made by ABC Limited in the month of June. What will be taken as a value of supply? Only 45,000, because these two should not be included. So 45,000 will be taken as the answer. So see the answer for this A, 45,000, understood? The next one, with respect to hotel accommodation service, already we discussed, hotel accommodation service provided by as ABC to X, GST payable by ABC is, they need to pay GST, taxable, it is not nil, correct? So A is wrong, B is wrong, it is taxable, and that to what? CGST plus SGST. So option C is the answer. So see here, in the nature of CGST, SGST. Then next one, which of the following options is correct with regard to availability of ITC in respect of CSR expenditure? Can they take ITC or they cannot take ITC? Amount of ITC related to such procurement of goods is not available to ABC Limited. Available to ABC Limited, wrong. Only to the extent of 50%, wrong. Shall be available to registered person to whom goods are distributed, no. So it is not available. Option A is the answer. Yes, got it? Then next one, which of the following options is correct with regard to advice given by GST officer in respect of auditing of accounts? There is no requirement of separate audit of financial statements from the perspective of GST provisions. Yes. Only reconciliation statement shall be audited by chartered accountant. No. The annual return as well as reconciliation statement shall be audited by chartered accountant. No. Separate audit of financial statements at each state level is required by ABC under GST law. No. So there is no requirement of audit. So answer is A. You understood? So previously we had audit and now they have omitted it. We don't have. So this is about the answer for this MCQ, case scenario MCQ. Mostly you can expect this kind of questions only in exam. So first read the MCQ, then read the paragraph, and then automatically you will be able to know what you need to do. Then next, question number 6, Messrs. Cute & Co., a partnership firm, registered supplier under GST in Bengaluru, Karnataka state, has provided the following information for the month of October 2023. So they gave lot of transactions, some 6 transactions are there. That's what I told you, a flow chart. First you need to check, is it a supply? Then you need to check, is it outward supply or inward supply? When you get a question like this is actually a consolidated question. Okay, all provisions will be there. You need to prepare the answer for this in 4 statements. You need to prepare the answer for this in 4 statements. First statement is statement showing computation of GST payable on outward supplies. Statement showing computation of GST payable, computation of GST payable on outward supplies. GST payable on outward supplies. Statement showing computation of GST payable on outward supplies. What you need to do is that first you need to see the activity. First you need to see the activity given in the question and then check is it supply, okay, and then check is it exempted or taxable. If it is exempted, you just write a note. It is exempted, we are not required to pay GST. If it is taxable, then again you check is it FCM or RCM. If it is RCM, just write a note, because it is not liable in the hands of the supplier, it is liable in the hands of the recipient. Na? Don't add it to the liability of the supplier, just write the note. You got it? And in these two cases there is no GST. Are you understanding? Whereas if it is FCM, then add it to the liability in statement 1, correct? So in statement 1 you need to add the GST payable. Is it clear? In the statement 1, you need to take it to the GST payable. And so how the format should be? Simple: particulars, amount, then CGST, SGST and IGST. Like that you prepare a table, so that in particulars itself you make particulars as a bigger column, amount, CGST, SGST, IGST. So accordingly in the particulars column you will be able to write the note also, okay, activity, and include the note, also, include the note in the particulars itself. Amount, if it is intrastate you mention in CGST, SGST, if it is interstate you put it in IGST. You understood now? I am just giving you a template as to how to present it. And thereafter, second statement. What is the second statement? The second statement is related to RCM, inward supplies. Second and third statement parallelly you need to prepare. So in that second statement it is inward supply, third statement also inward supply, but second statement is inward supply on which GST payable under RCM, third statement is inward supplies on which ITC can be availed, okay. So second statement is statement showing GST on inward supplies, statement showing GST on inward supplies under RCM. See, this may or may not be there in the question. Sometimes it will be there, sometimes it may not be there, but I am just giving you a format. Then third one is statement showing ITC available, okay, and here RCM, whatever is RCM, even you can take it as ITC also. So whatever is coming in second statement will definitely come in third statement, but whatever is coming in third statement may not come in second statement, because if it is FCM it will not come, correct. So whether it is FCM or RCM GST paid, that will be coming in third statement. You understood? And same way template will be same: particulars, value, CGST, SGST, IGST. And note also you try to write here itself, include note here itself, because so that we will not miss writing the note in the last, means we may miss some points. And ITC computation also simple: particulars, and we don't have any value column, just CGST, SGST and IGST, and you need to include the note. We need to check if there is any opening balance. I will tell you the format for this also. First you need to take the opening balance. After that you need to see, is there any inward supplies? That you need to take, whether you pay GST under FCM or RCM. And then you need to reverse the ITC, proportionate ITC. Understood? Proportionate ITC, if you have anything, that should be taken. So check for proportionate ITC. proportionate ITC. Why proportionate ITC will come? Sometimes there will be inward supplies which is common for both taxable and exempted. So then you need to check for proportionate ITC. So that treatment you need to see. Okay. Now you will get the ITC. Now fourth statement. Fourth statement is simple. Statement showing computation of net GST payable. Statement showing computation of net GST payable. Computation of net GST payable. What is that you need to do for that? First you need to take statement 1, GST payable under FCM, minus statement 3, ITC. ITC you need to reduce. Add GST payable under RCM. That will be called as the net GST payable. You understood? This is GST under FCM. GST under FCM. Then third statement is ITC utilized. While utilizing the ITC, be careful. We have some principles. That is, IGST credit should be utilized only for payment of IGST first, thereafter CGST, SGST, like that we saw na that. And finally, RCM, GST under RCM. So when you add this, you will get net GST payable. So this is how you need to do the presentation. In that, the first transaction you see, finished. The first transaction you see, Messrs. Q10 Company, a partnership firm, registered supplier under GST in Bengaluru, Karnataka, has provided the following information for the month of October 2023. Intrastate taxable, intrastate, they gave in the question itself, intrastate, taxable supply of direct selling agent, inward or outward? Outward. They are providing here, they are providing service outward, direct selling agent service to public sector bank. Now, outward, do we have any exemption for direct selling agent? No. So, outward, it will be taxable. The next thing that you need to see, first you need to check is the supply, outward supply and taxable. And is it FCM or RCM? Direct selling agent, we have RCM. What is the condition? Supplier should be other than body corporate or firm. But here supplier is firm. You understood? So it will not come under RCM. What is the condition for direct selling agent? Supplier should be other than body corporate or firm. But if the supplier is firm, it will not come under RCM. Therefore, it will be FCM. So means we need to include it in the liability of Messrs. Q10 Co. You understood? So in which statement we need to put it? First statement. First statement. Then next, services provided to means outward. Services provided to means it's an outward. Outward. To a government authority. Government authority. Government authority. We saw one exemption. Amendment. Government authority. What are the activities which are exempted? Sanitation conservancy, solid waste management, water supply, slum improvement and upgradation. Few activities we saw na. In that, is sanitation conservancy in the list of activities? So it's like we saw in the exemptions. So this is how the questions are being tested. Okay. So what we will do, we will read. While reading it is okay, but while application we will miss out. This amendment they tested. What are the activities? Water supply, public health, sanitation conservancy, solid waste management, slum improvement upgradation, government authority. What is the question they have given? Sanitation conservancy. So because of that sanitation conservancy, therefore it will be exempted. Correct? Outward exempted. The second one will be exempted. So don't put it in first statement. I mean, don't add it to the liability. Just write the note that it is exempted. Why? Services, notified services provided by any person to government authority is exempted. So you write the list of notified services. As they are providing sanitation conservancy, therefore the said activity is exempted as per notification 12/2017. All exemptions will be given in notification 12/2017. Section 11. Section 11, read with notification 12/2017, like that you write. Okay, so valuer will think, yaar, who is this student? I have to give marks like that. Okay, so we will confuse him. You understood? He should not know what is our capability. Reality we only will know, but he don't know what we are. So therefore, by seeing the answer sheet, he should see like he is a ranker and all, but we only know the reality. Okay, then next, it is exempted. But whenever you are writing exempted, what you need to write? As per section 11, read with notification 12/2017, the said activity is exempted. Then next, third one, rent paid to a residential dwelling taken for running an office for providing DSA services, direct selling agent services. Okay, so they have taken the rent paid for to a residential dwelling. So outward or inward? Inward. The rent paid. Owner of the residential property was not registered under GST. This is an intra-state supply. Now, if you see here, residential property taken on rent by a registered person. For what? Family use? No, business purpose, for providing direct selling agent. Therefore, it will be taxable under RCM, not FCM. Renting of residential property to a registered person is covered under RCM. If it is to unregistered person, it is exempted. And if it is to registered individual for family stay, he is registered partnership firm. There is no family for partnership firm. How partnership firm will marry and they will have kids? You understood? So partnership firm would have any family and all. So definitely it will be taxable under RCM. So which statement it should come? Second statement. And can we take ITC on this? Can we take ITC? Yes, we don't have any blocked credit. It is used in the course or furtherance of business. So we can take ITC. So it should come in second statement and third statement. Understood? Then next. So in exam itself, in a pencil, you write like this. So when you prepare the answer, it will be easy for you. While reading itself, you need to. As I am taking it slowly, it will not take that much time when you start, putting it. Then purchased a car, inward or outward? Purchased a car, inward. Purchase a car for official use of managing partners of the firm for business use, interstate purchase. So inward, it will be taxable under FCM. So car purchase, we don't have RCM, correct? Car purchase, we don't have RCM, FCM. We would have paid GST. But can we take ITC? No, because car is a blocked credit. We have exceptions to the car. If it is for further supply, is it for further supply? No. Is it used in the business of transportation of passengers? No. Imparting driving skills? No. It is for the official use of managing partners, irrelevant. So it will not come anywhere. First, we are not paying GST under RCM, so it will not come in second statement. We cannot take ITC, so it will not come anywhere, but we need to write the note. What is the note that you will write? As per section 17 subsection 5, blocked credits is in 17 subsection 5 of CGST Act. So car, motor vehicle purchased, used for transportation of passengers, capacity does not exceed 13, is a blocked credit and it is not covered under the exception. Therefore, ITC is not available. You understood? Then, availed information technology services for their business from partner's friend Mr. Alan Walk from Melbourne, Australia. This is inward, correct? This is inward. Information technology services. Mr. Walk refused to take any consideration. So, import of services without consideration, Is it from a related person or other establishment located outside India? Is it from a related person? Partner's friend is not related, and not from an establishment, another establishment located outside India. So it is not a supply. It is not a supply. Don't put it under import of services. It is not a supply. Why not a supply? Sir, import of services without consideration should be from a related person or another establishment located outside India in the course or furtherance of business. Let it be in the course or furtherance of business, but first of all it is not from a related person. So due to that reason it is not a supply and it will not come, but we need to write a note. Okay. Then provided training and performance appraisal services, inward or outward? Outward. Training and performance appraisal, what will be taken? So we should check B2B or B2C, because training and performance appraisal is in TOT, T-O-T. Okay. So training and performance appraisal, B2B, location of recipient, B2C, location of performance, location where the service is actually performed. So provided training and performance appraisal services in Bengaluru to following persons: ABC Private Limited, a registered supplier in the state of Kerala. What will be the place of supply? B2B means location of recipient. Babu Cons, a proprietorship concern Rajasthan which was not registered. So B2C, what will be the place of supply? Location of performance, where they have performed it. Karnataka, Bengaluru, training in Bengaluru. So Karnataka will be taken as the place of supply. So first one will be inter. First one will be inter, because supplier is in Karnataka na, and place of supply Kerala. Second one will be intra. Why? Supplier in Karnataka and place of supply also Karnataka. Therefore it is intra. It will be outward, taxable under FCM, because training and performance appraisal is not under RCM. Okay, so it should come in which statement? First statement. Then rate of CGST, SGST and IGST are 9%, 9%, 18% respectively. All the amounts given above are exclusive of taxes. All the conditions necessary for availing ITC have been fulfilled. There was no opening balance of any input tax credit. The turnover of Messrs. Cute and Co was 2 crores in the previous year. Why they gave that? Actually it is irrelevant. There is not necessary that. Okay, means their turnover during previous year exceed the threshold limit. Compute the net GST payable in cash for October 2023. Okay. Now we will see the answer. We understood, okay, where and all it will come. So see the answer here. First, working note number 1, computation of GST payable on outward supplies. Transaction 1, DSA service, taxable under FCM. Correct? That's what we have seen here. Remember here, outward taxable under FCM. That too it is intrastate. So which column it will come? CGST, SGST. Okay. Then service provided to government authority, exempted, but we need to write the note. Information technology service, import of services, not a supply, without consideration, not in the course or furtherance of business. Training and performance appraisal services, 3 lakhs will be interstate, Kerala, place of supply, so IGST, and 1 lakh will be intrastate, CGST, SGST, over. So statement 1, total. Okay. Then statement 2, what is statement 2? Inward supply under RCM. Is there any inward supply under RCM? Yes. Rent paid for residential dwelling. So rent paid for residential dwelling, intrastate. Supplier Karnataka, place of supply also Karnataka, intrastate. So CGST, SGST under RCM. This should come in ITC also. Correct. This should come in ITC. So see this 2250, 2050 come in ITC column also. ITC statement 3 also. Because whatever is there in statement 2 should come in statement 3 also, GST paid under RCM. Then next one, so any other inward supply on which they can take ITC? No, there is no inward supply on which they can take ITC. So because blocked credit, na car purchased is blocked credit, so only one inward supply they have on which ITC can be taken. Now listen, what is their gross liability? 31,500, 31,500, 54,000. Can we use this 2,250, 2,250 with 31,500, 31,500? Yes. But RCM again we need to add. Why we need to add again RCM? Because RCM liability we have to pay by cash. Gross GST under FCM. Okay. See the computation. Gross GST under FCM minus ITC 2,250, 2,350. Again 2,250, 2,250 you need to add GST under RCM because we need to pay that using cash ledger. Easier. Can you stick on to this format and arrive at the answer? Then next one. This question, this type of question, if you are not getting an exam, Return the paper and come. You went for some other exam. It is not CA intermediate exam. By mistake, you would have went for some exam. The first question will be this only. Okay, in descriptive. Not necessarily this, but like this. All inward, outward, everything will be mixed and given. Place of supply also you need to apply and arrive at the answer. Then question number 7. From the information, following information provided by Messrs. Sasta Bazaar, determine the time of supply for the purpose of payment of GST. It issued coupon, voucher, time of supply for voucher. It should strike in your mind. Identifiable voucher at the time of issuance of voucher, not identifiable voucher at the time of redemption. That should come in your mind, flash, okay. So, coupon on 26, worth 2000, redeemable against purchase of specific plastic items. Okay, identifiable or non-identifiable? Identifiable. The coupon was redeemed on 31/7, but we will take time of supply as issuance of coupon. What is the issuance of coupon? 26/2023. So see the answer. So time of supply will be 26/2023. That's the answer for first one. Then next one. It issued coupon on 1/8 worth 3000, which is redeemable against purchase of any item. Non-identifiable voucher. What is the time of supply? At the time of redemption. What is the redemption date? 18/8/23. But you need to write the provision first. What is that you need to write? As per section. This is what? Plastic item, any item, goods given, means section 12. As per section 12. Subsection not required. If you remember, you write subsection 4, otherwise section 12 of CGST Act. The time of supply in case of vouchers is as follows. If it is an identifiable voucher, at the time of issuance of voucher. In case of non-identifiable voucher, at the time of redemption of voucher. First point, in this case, the voucher can be redeemed against specified plastic items, means it is an identifiable voucher. So therefore, the place of supply will be the date of issuance of voucher, that is 26/2023, like that. If you write only time of supply, like how I am writing, if you write 1 mark also you will not get, okay. You need to write the details, okay. They don't need summary, they don't need a final answer, they need explanation, okay. So you have to write. Then next, second one, third one. It received interest. Come on, what is the time of supply in case of interest? Interest, late fee or penalty for delay in receipt of consideration. The time of supply will be on receipt basis whenever it is actually received. So it received an interest of 10,000 for late payment from a customer on 11/11/2023 for supply of goods, which was originally made on 24/6/2023. When are they receiving? So time of supply will be 11/11/2023. So see the answers for this. First one 26, next one 18/8, and third one will be 11/11/2023. And for this, what is the subsection? If you are able to remember, 12 subsection 6. 12 subsection 6. The next one, with reference to GST law, determine the place of supply with reasons in the following independent cases. Place of supplier, be careful. Miss Kanika of Kolkata, West Bengal, visited to Jodhpur Law University and paid her college fees by purchasing a demand draft from a bank located in the university campus. Miss Kanika did not have any account with the bank. Banking services, did we discuss any specific provision? Banking services, whether we discussed any specific provisions? No. And therefore it will be B2B or B2C? B2 student, na? B2C. So location of recipient in the records of supplier? Not available. Why? Read. Miss Kanika did not have bank account with the bank, which means location of recipient not available. So location of supplier. What is the location of supplier? Bank, where the bank is located? Rajasthan. Correct. So see this. See this paragraph. First you need to write the place of supply, general provision. Therefore, since the location of recipient is not available in the records of supplier, the place of supply is the location of supplier, that is Rajasthan. Good, very good, you answered perfectly. I helped. Then second one, Mizu Machine Limited, registered in the state of Andhra Pradesh, supplied a machine to KN Wind Farms Limited, registered in the state of Karnataka. Supplier is in Andhra Pradesh, recipient is in Karnataka. However, this machinery was assembled and installed at the windmill of KN Windmills Limited, which was located in the state of Tamil Nadu. Location, assembly or installation. So we need to see location where the machinery is assembled or installed. So we should not see the general, we should see the specific. So location, where is it installed? Tamil Nadu. So the Tamil Nadu will be taken as the place of supply. See, place of supply is the site of assembly, that is Tamil Nadu. Understood? Then next, question number 9A. Happy Constructions Limited, a registered builder under GST in Bengaluru, Karnataka, has got permission to build 5 floors from the municipal projects for one of its project at Suraj Nagar. Okay, they got a permission to build 5 floors. They are a registered builder and project at Suraj Nagar. Aditya Constructions, a neighboring housing project, approached Happy Constructions Limited to discuss regarding blockage of sunlight arising out of construction of 5 floors and asked it to build only 3 floors, for which 20 lakhs was offered as compensation. Happy Constructions Limited agreed to the offer. It may be noted that Aditya Constructions is not ready to pay any further amount to Happy Constructions in addition to the amount already agreed. Briefly explain with correct legal provisions whether the amount received as compensation is liable to GST or not, and if consideration is taxable, then calculate the total GST payable by Happy Constructions Limited. Assume the applicable rate of CGST as GST as 9%. Here it is like consideration received 20 lakhs for not doing an act, correct? So not doing an act. What is that not doing an act? Not constructing 5 floors, instead they will be constructing only 3 floors. So this will be coming under supply of service. And as there is an activity for consideration, it is supply under 7(1)(a), and we don't have any exemption in this regard, therefore it will be taxable. And as they are not paying anything in addition, means what? The 20 lakhs is all inclusive of GST. Got it? They are not paying anything beyond that, which means that 20 lakhs is all inclusive. Then how will you calculate GST? On inclusive basis. So 20 lakhs into, so 18%, 18 divided by 118, you will get one amount na, that you bifurcate between CGST, SGST. So see the answer. So it will come under supply of service, consideration for tolerating an act, and whatever money that they have received will be inclusive of GST. Is it clear? So how much you calculate? 20 lakhs into 18 by 118. 20 lakhs divided by 18 by 118 will be 9,41,619. Sorry. 20 lakhs into 18 divided by 118. Sorry, 3,05,084. Correct? 3,05,084 is total. Now divided by 2. Why divided by 2? CGST, SGST. 1,52,542. You understood? So it's like a simple question on the supply chapter. Then next one, B. The aggregate turnover of Messrs. Mangal and Co., a registered person for the financial year 22-23 was 8 crores. It approaches you as a GST consultant for issuance of E-invoicing. Advise whether it is mandatory to issue E-invoice. Yes. So when E-invoice is applicable, any registered person whose aggregate turnover during any previous year from 17-18 exceeds 5 crores, then they are required to give E-invoice. Here it is 8 crores, it exceeds 5 crores, therefore they are required to give E-invoice. Also list out the entities which are exempted from mandatory requirement of E-invoicing. What you need to write? Biggest, biggest, biggest. B for, don't write biggest, write the full. B for, first one, the following persons are not required to give E-invoice. Number 1, banking company or financial institution including NBFC, insurance company. G, goods transport agency. Next G, government department, central government or state government, local authority. E, exhibition of film in a multiplex theatre. Yes, SEZ unit. T, transportation of passengers. Goods already GTA is there, passengers through any mode. So that is what you need to write. Okay. E-invoicing applicable, These are the list of cases where e-invoicing is not required to be issued. Next one, question number 10. Ram Lala Enterprises, registered in Delhi, is engaged in supply of interior decoration services to Andhra Bhavan located in Delhi. So where Ram Lala is located? Delhi. They provide interior decoration to Andhra Bhavan located in Delhi. Service contract is entered into with government of Andhra Pradesh. TDS not applicable. This is the answer. Okay, you read. The total contract value inclusive of GST is 15,50,000 and the payment for the same is due in October 2023. You are required to determine the amount of tax, if any, to be deducted in the above case, assuming the rate of GST is 9%, 9%, 18% respectively. TDS is applicable if the contract value exceeds 2,50,000 excluding GST. What is the contract value including GST? 15,50,000. Take out the GST, 15,50,000 into 100 divided by 118. Why 100 divided by 118? Inclusive of GST. So that will be somewhere 13,13,000, which is more than 2,50,000. Correct. Another condition is there. It should be an intra-state supply, and if the recipient is in the other state, TDS is not applicable. Now we need to connect this with place of supply. In case of interior decoration services, service in relation to immobile property, what will be the place of supply? Location of immobile property. So see darling, location of supplier will be Delhi, location of recipient is Andhra Pradesh because it is government of Andhra Pradesh. Got it? And place of supply will be, it is immobile property services. Any service in relation to immobile property, what will be the immobile what will be the place of supply? Location of immobile property. Where the immobile property is located? Delhi. So whether it is intra or inter, supplier Delhi pa, place of supply Delhi, therefore it is intra. But where the recipient is located? Other state. The recipient is in the other state. So TDS is not applicable. That's what we have seen. So if it is a intra-state supply, but if the recipient is in the other state, TDS is not applicable. I highlighted that point here. While discussing TDS, TCS, I told you TDS not applicable if it is intra-state supply and recipient is in the other state. So on this point they created one question itself. So TDS is not applicable. Then will your answer be different if Ramlala Enterprises is registered under composition scheme? The answer remains the same. There is no difference whether they are registered under composition scheme or normal scheme. So first, as per section 51, you need to write what is the TDS, contract value, etc. Further, see this much not required, okay. Further, for the purpose of deduction, so they have given no tax shall be deducted if the location of supplier and the place of supply is in a state which is different from the state of recipient. Therefore, in this case, TDS will not be applicable. The answer will remain unchanged even if Ramlala Enterprise is registered under composition scheme. Then next, examine the implications of GST on supply of food and beverages at cinema halls. We discussed this. What is that? If the ticket is booked separately and the food is purchased separately, the GST rate of cinema ticket is different and the GST rate on food and beverages will be at the rate applicable to food and beverages. However, if the food and beverages is received as a part of purchase of ticket, then in that case, as cinema theatre is the principal supply, exhibition of film is the principal supply, the rate applicable to exhibition of film will also be applicable on the rate of food and beverages. That point we need to write here, okay. Supply of food and beverages in a cinema hall is taxable as a restaurant service as long as the food and beverages is supplied by way of or a part of service and supplied independent of the cinema exhibition service. Where the sale of cinema ticket and supply of food and beverages are clubbed together and such bundled supply satisfies the test of composite supply, the entire supply attracts the GST rate of what? Principal supply, that is exhibition of cinema is the principal supply that will be taken. Over. So these are the questions that we have in the RTP. Now tell me here whether you got the confidence. Yes, okay. So this revision will be sufficient because I covered almost all the points on how the questions, because not even one point in this RTP is missed. Every point we have seen in the revision, okay, fine. And what you need to do is that I'll be uploading 2 more videos, that alone in your free time you complete watching it. One is Mighty 50 questions, another one is MCQ discussion, because many students ask like BOS MCQs, that I will upload, you watch it. But one day before the exam what you need to do, so we started at 10 o'clock today and excluding breaks etc, and we completed this at what, some 4 o'clock, like that we have completed, okay. And hardly it is like some 5 hours, excluding break it's like 4 hours, 4 hours. If you watch it in 1.5 speed, 3 hours you will be able to complete the revision, okay. So you just keep the headphones, one day before the exam, 3 hours constantly you sit and complete this. Anyhow, that's it, book is there with you. If you don't want to read from that, I uploaded the PDF, you take a print of it and you can read from that also, whichever is convenient for you, you do that. And this revision will be more than sufficient, okay. Thank you and all the best for your exams, and whatever doubts you have, you can post it in the Telegram. Take care, okay.